Hi everyone, it is Thursday, August 8th, 2019. Sorry for the hazy stuff at the bottom of this. I'm not quite sure if it's because of a new phone case I have that's blue and pretty and just kind of reflecting off stuff. I did notice it a lot in the last video. Like if I turn it this way, it's not too bad, but I really don't think you want to be looking like at my chest, and this will hurt my arms. So I'll try this for as long as possible. And then once it hurts, sorry, you're getting the haze again. I guess I'll recap some of what I've talked about recently. Last week, I referenced kind of some shocking news that had come in, which I can share now because it has been shared with the general public. My husband's son, my bonus son, and his wife, he's in the Air Force, just found out that they will be going to the United Kingdom for 5 years. That's a long time. I mean, they're already 1,000 miles away from us anyways. We don't get to see them hardly ever. But, I mean, it's still, sorry, I'll lift you back up again. It's still 5 years. And just the distance and knowing that if we want to go visit them as a family unit right now, there's 6 of us. Obviously, that's not going to be anywhere near cheap. I would love to go to Italy and Switzerland. So to me, this is like, hey, just one more reason to head over that way. And I'm really hoping that that's what happens. And because we want to go see them. And I'm so proud of him for everything that he has done, given up, etc. It's a lot to swallow. And I'm grateful that there's so many other places that they could be going and they're not. It was just a little bit of a bombshell, and we've all kind of adjusted best we can. Not like this would be a shock going into military life. So that was last week's. I can't do anything because I've never been in the military. My husband has. I have not, and we were not together when he was in the military. So I hear stories about military life. My dad was in the military, my grandfather. So I mean, I know of military life, but I'm still learning new technology. I'm still learning new terminology for the different, branches of the military as things come up. And I really had nothing, other than I'm here for you to contribute to the conversation. So that's wrapped up with that. Might be that person this week. This week has been, not even this week, the past couple of days have been kind of rough. Well, I'm lying if I say kind of rough. They've been rough. Rough by extension. And I'm not going to go into details on that, but just, I've mentioned before that I think I've mentioned before that I kind of try to to listen to everybody's side, and I annoy the what out of people because I am the person who, I'm a true Libra. And I don't know that that's a cop out because I think that's, the sign balances crap and whatever. But growing up, my mom was very passionate about certain things. And my dad was very mellow and this is not worth getting upset over kind of things. And I think I just truly absorbed both of that. So I can get passionate to a point, but I'm also mellow. So I feel like I try to see everybody's side and everything. And it annoys the living crap out of everybody, I know, because to them, it's like I never take a full position. I mean, I will take a position, don't get me wrong, but I will take a position while sometimes bending over backwards to see the other person's point of view in the whole scenario. It's just how I've always been. I don't see myself changing on that. I don't know if it's me trying to find the best in people. Some of it might be that I've done some crappy things in my life. I'm not an angel. I can only go so far in judging people if they haven't killed anybody or, anything serious. Like, who am I to judge? So I know that I am not a terrible person having done crappy stuff in my life. I know there's some extenuating circumstances for the crappy stuff I have done. And if it's that way for me, it's probably that way for somebody else. And I lose my tongue sometimes, not as much nearly as I used to, because I don't like conflict, but sometimes I say some crappy stuff and then I regret it later. Anyways, So the other thing about me, and it has become a running joke with everybody, which you could probably just figure out from how the length of some of these talks and how roundabout I go on the merry-go-round. I just talk. If there's a problem, talk it out. And that is a problem because sometimes you just can't talk it all out. I like everything to be sitcom-y. In my life, when you watched a sitcom when you were a kid, there was a problem in an episode, and then by the end of those 23, 27 minutes, depending on how many commercials there were, or 40 something if it was an hour long episode, that problem was almost always resolved. Sure, there was to be continued, but for the majority of stuff, problems were wrapped up in a nutshell. And I think somehow I got it in my mind that problems can be wrapped up in a nutshell like that. And if I find the right the combination of words, it's some sort of puzzle. And once I figure out and crack that code, all the pieces will fall back into place, and then everything will be on the path to being better. I don't immediately expect it to be better, and that's just not the case. Sometimes feelings are hurt to a point that you just can't, that it's hard. Especially depending on the people involved. Some people are more prone to fly off the handle than others, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people are just way more mellow with things, like my parents. It's just who people are as a person. Some people will only give others a chance because they've been hurt so many times. Others will just give the appearance of being a doormat because they give so many chances, and I'm definitely more in the doormat area of everything. But I'm just kind of trying to figure out why I just have to talk everything to death. And I think it's because I don't like the conflict, and I want that sitcom wrap up that I can't always get. So, my Be That Person lesson this week is crap takes time. And sometimes no amount of time, at least, even short amount of time, can fix things the way that you want them to. I don't know. It's kind of been a sad week. I mean, it's what it is. Like I said, no one's dying. This is not even them going overseas. I'm kind of excited for them. I know once the initial shock wears off, I hope they're kind of excited too, because they're going to be so close to like so many amazing places to visit, and I really hope they get a chance to. But it's been a tough week. But there's also been 2 mass shootings this week, and my week ain't crap compared to that, and the people involved in that. And I don't want to touch any more of my feelings about the hot button topics in regards to that. So here I am. I've just talked 8 minutes and probably said not much of anything other than maybe just trying to figure out why I am who I am as a person. And I don't know how to fix it, but I guess acknowledging it is the first step. Not everybody gets that sitcom ending in 30 minutes or less than 30. I did love my sitcoms in the 80s. All right, guys. I hope you're having a great week. All things told, we'll get through the sun will rise tomorrow. And I hope everyone's doing well out there. Thank you if you're watching, and hope this wasn't too talky for you. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.